Namaskar, good morning. I am Swati Joshi. You're watching our special broadcast from Vijay Chowk right outside the Parliament, where the special session has been called to enable, to operationalize the women's reservation law that was passed in 2023. But now, along with the women's reservation law being enabled, the prerequisite for that is to ensure that the delimitation exercise takes place as well. So what is going to happen today? Today, the 131st Constitutional Amendment Bill, along with the Union Territories Amendment Bill and the Delimitation Bill, will be introduced, tabled together. Now, remember, the opposition says that we have no problem with women's reservation, a law which was passed in 2023, and the opposition says we asked the government back then itself, in 2024 itself, to implement that. But the government wants to manipulate seats. That's the reason why it was not done immediately, and the southern states are going to be impacted the most. That's, of course, the opposition's chart. So now you know where the center and the opposition stand in terms of not just the women's reservation law being implemented, it being enabled and operationalized, but the delimitation bill as well. Now here from Vijay Chowk, we're also joined by Leher Singh Siroya, BJP MP, Rajya Sabha, joining us on the broadcast. Thank you very much, Mr. Siroya, for joining us here on the broadcast. Mr. Siroya, the opposition has alleged that you're trying to manipulate the seats. That's your only intention behind this entire special session now. All right, so now you know what the opposition has planned in terms of the allegations. Siroya, once again, if you can hear me, my question to you is that the opposition is questioning your intention. The opposition is saying if you really wanted to ensure 33% reservation for women in parliament and assemblies, then you would have done it in 2024 itself. But you're doing it now because you want to manipulate seats through the delimitation bill. How do you respond to that?
देखिए, जिन्होंने पिछले 30 वर्षों में कुछ नहीं किया और अब जब हम करने जा रहे हैं तो प्रश्न उठा रहे हैं, और ये बड़ी दुर्भाग्य की बात है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी कुछ ऐसे लोगों के हाथों में खेल रही है जो कांग्रेस को समाप्त करना चाहते हैं और गलत निर्णय कर रही हैं। और मैं समझता हूँ देश ने विश्वास प्रकट किया आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में महिला बिल आके रहेगा, और मैं समझता हूँ सब पार्टियां रीजनल पार्टियां भी सपोर्ट करेगी। और मेरी चिंता का विषय यह है कि रीजनल पार्टियां कांग्रेस के साथ रह करके वो भी समाप्त हो जाएगी, क्योंकि कांग्रेस तो सुसाइड करने पर आमादा है और कांग्रेस के ऐसे लोगों से सलाह कर रही है जो कांग्रेस को मारने की बात कर रहे थे। तो ये दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है, और लेकिन देश की जनता को पूरा विश्वास है कि किसी के साथ अन्याय नहीं होगा, और जो भी बिल आएगा उसके अभी विस्तार से चर्चा होनी बाकी है।
You understand the concerns of the opposition, especially the southern states. They are saying कि उनका शेयर कम हो जाएगा. You're manipulating seats.
जब आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री ने और सरकार ने कहा है कि किसी के साथ अन्याय नहीं होगा, किसी के साथ भी कोई सीटें कम नहीं होगी, तो उनको विश्वास करना चाहिए। और ये चर्चा के पहले ही ये जंपिंग द गन पहले ही बातें कर रहे हैं, उनको समझना चाहिए, सरकार के साथ बैठकर बातचीत करना चाहिए। बिल जो आएगा संसद में आएगा, सबके सामने आएगा, उसके प्रावधानों पर चर्चा होगी। तो मैं समझता हूँ देश तो विश्वास करता है और ऑपोजिशन पार्टी भी विश्वास करने लग रही हैं, लेकिन जो मेन ऑपोजिशन पार्टी है, देखिए ऐसा है
साइडिंग विद ऑन दिस इशू। अभी तक तो जो रिएक्शंस आए, ऑपोजिशन आपके साथ नहीं है।
मीरा कुमार जी ने और प्रतिभा पाटिल जी ने जब कहा है, समर्थन की बात की है, जो कांग्रेस के सबसे बड़े नेता रहे हैं और महिला शक्ति का प्रतिनिधित्व करते हैं, पूरा देश साथ में, जो कांग्रेस के जो जीने चुने लोग हैं उनको सबको दूर कर दिया गया, और कुछ ऐसे चंद लोग पार्टी को चला रहे हैं और निर्णय पर उनकी स्ट्रेटेजिक बैठक में वो लोग भाग ले रहे हैं जो कांग्रेस को मारने की बात कर रहे थे और कांग्रेस के खिलाफ उन्होंने आंदोलन किया था। ये दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है कि कांग्रेस इतनी ग्रैंड ओल्ड पार्टी कुछ समझ नहीं पा रही है।
ओके, आप इसको अनफॉर्चुनेट कह रहे हैं। वी आल्सो हैव Kalanidhi Veeraswamy, DMK MP, Lok Sabha, joining us on the broadcast. Thank you very much for giving us your time. Now, one argument is that the government has not revealed all its cards. All the cards are not on the table. What we as of know is that the upper limit is 850. The government says that all the states will gain, everybody's share will go up by 50%. So why is the opposition in such a haste to jump to conclusion?
Usually when it is a practice, when a business is happening, the members of parliament are given notice about what the discussion is going to be, and even the bill is being circulated. Here we have a government where they don't reveal anything till the day when the debate is supposed to happen. And this is something which is already a tyrannical or autocratic way of handling things. And the Delimitation Act had specifically said any delimitation should happen after 2026 only. And this government, the census which was supposed to be conducted in 2021, surreptitiously, they have stop that saying COVID was there and all those things. They could have done that very well in 2023, 24, 25. They did this specifically because the next delimitation could have happened in 2031. They are scared because they have only about 240 seats in the last election and they feel that they are threatened. They want to increase the number of seats in the northern states. If you look at the statistics of southern states, they have about 130 seats. Out of the 130 seats, last election they had only about 10. Now with an alliance with the TDP, they have gained maybe about something like 20 or more. So they want to ensure that they will be able to form a majority without taking southern states into consideration because they have their Hindi belt. They want to promote themselves and they want to stay in power.
Okay.
BJP is a party where they had once in power, unlike Vajpayee, who is a Democrat.
Okay.
This is a autocrat.
Okay. Now, people are also asking, why would BJP take that chance just when the election is around the corner? Why would they send out a message of alienation to the southern state and the voters? Before you answer that, sir, I have some breaking inputs coming in on the broadcast and quickly shifting focus to that. Multiple reactions coming in now. We're given to understand that ahead of the special parliament session, Kiran Rijiju once again talks about Nari Shakti. He is calling for rightful place for women and that this move is going to help in women empowerment. So Kiran Rijiju has put out a post and I'm just quoting him from that. He says, hashtag Nari Shakti, we are all united to give rightful and respectful positions to the women of India. So multiple reactions coming in. The government says the focus should remain on the women's reservation law, which was yes, passed in 2023. But in order to operationalize that and enable that, you have the entire delimitation bill, which the opposition believes is nothing but manipulation of seats happening to take away the right of the southern states. Mr. Veeraswamy, if you could answer that question that I asked you earlier, why would the BJP
First ask the Honorable Prime Minister to respect his wife. And then we have a proxy in Tamil Nadu who is a Vijay, who says that he will take care of his constituencies.
Isn't that a personal jibe? We're discussing the special session.
No.
You are
when
taking
you
a
come
personal
into public, when you come into public life, how you portray yourself, how you treat your people around you is how the people are going to be viewing. And you are talking about another person who is their proxy, who is there in Tamil Nadu, who says that he will take care of his family. I mean, his constituency like his family.
Can you shift your focus to the special session? This is, you're talking about personal lives.
No, they are talking about Nari Shakti. Tamil Nadu has given 50% reservation for local body elections, like the last elections and before. In Uttar Pradesh, have you implemented that? You are calling yourself as a double engine sarkar. You are saying that you are a double engine sarkar. You have not implemented the 50% reservation in local bodies. What are you talking about? You are saying double engine sarkar will perform better. Why are you waiting? This bill has nothing to do with that. Why did you not give the 50% reservation?
I want a quick rebuttal. I just want to take a very quick rebuttal from Mr. Surya. Please respond to the allegations.
My humble request to Kalanidhi is my friend is that should wait for the discussion in the parliament. I am very sure that even Stalin ji और DMK भी साथ देंगे इस बिल में हमारा और कांग्रेस की उनके साथ पहले ही दूरियां बन चुकी है और वो जानते हैं कांग्रेस का कल्चर क्या रहा है वो उनके तमिलनाडु के चुनाव में मालूम पड़ेगा अभी चुनाव चल रहे हैं ज्यादा टिप्पणी करना उचित नहीं है लेकिन मैं समझता हूं कि स्टालिन को और डीएमके को पार्टी को ये भरोसा आ जाएगा जब पार्लियामेंट में डिस्कशन होगा कि किसी के साथ अन्याय नहीं हो रहा है और मैं डीएमके पार्टी से निवेदन करना चाहता हूं कि वो प्रधानमंत्री और सरकार पर भरोसा करे कि किसी के साथ कोई अन्याय नहीं होगा और तमिलनाडु के साथ तो बिल्कुल नहीं होगा और आने वाले दिनों में आप देखेंगे धीरे-धीरे रीजनल पार्टी हमारे साथ आएगी
You are saying कोई अन्याय नहीं होगा no injustice to the southern states. We also have Mr. V. Sivadasan, MP CPIM Rajya Sabha. Before I come to you, sir, another set of breaking inputs coming in, and this is about the flaw strategy of the opposition, the Congress party specifically. What we're given to understand, and this is the inside scoop, that the Congress is preparing to vote against all the three bills. This is the scoop that we're getting on Congress floor strategy. Let me go across to Kritika, my colleague who's joining us on the broadcast with more details. Kritika, there was supposed to be a meeting of the opposition leaders in the chambers of Mallikarjun Kharge. Tell us about that, and also this inside scoop that you managed to get for us. Congress party has already decided it's going to vote against all the three bills, which pretty much, reflected in the statements that came in earlier.
Well, absolutely, Swati. In fact, the Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge has also left from his residence towards the parliament now. That is where the meeting will also be taking place. Remember, as far as the opposition parties are concerned, specifically the Congress, they're time and time again reiterating that they're not against women's reservation, but they are definitely against the women's reservation bill. Yesterday as well, Mr. Kharge had said that the way in which these bills are being brought about, which is the 131st Constitution Amendment and the bills pertaining to it, he has said that there are tricks behind it, political intentions behind it of the Bharatiya Janata Party, and that is why the Congress as well as the opposition parties will not lend any support, and that in fact they will be voting against all of these three bills. On the same hand, we also have the BJP and the NDA partners, in fact, who have been talking about how it will be a grave injustice to delay this bill any further. So definitely a stormy session ahead in the special session of the parliament. The Congress and all the other opposition parties making it very clear that they will not be lending support to the bill. Now, with the two-third majority required for these amendments to come into force, it will be very
Party
interesting.
has made up its mind. Their strategy is that they're going to vote against all the three bills. Let me quickly go across to Mr. Sivadasan. Now, the message that goes out is that people are against the women's reservation in parliament and assemblies. Why I'm saying that is because you know how it is linked to the entire process. The opposition has said we have no problem with the reservation, but we think that this is manipulation of seats happening. Government says that the numbers are going to rise. So will the opposition be satisfied if today in the special session the government gives a fair idea as to how the numbers are going to increase for the southern states?
This BJP is trying to manipulate this our reservation thing. In Kerala, we have implemented 50.
The long pending women reservation doesn't get defeated. This is a clarion call from Honorable Prime Minister and the women of India. We must be united. So I have one appeal to make to the opposition parties. Please don't spread rumors on delimitation. And on the pretext of delimitation, don't oppose the women's reservation. So the facts and figures about the seats, about the numbers of the Lok Sabha MPs or Vidhan Sabha MLAs, these are details which will be decided with the Delimitation Commission, and the accurate information will be provided in the Lok Sabha during the debate. So I will not be able to give the figure because it is going to be taken up in the House. But I have just very specific appeal to all the opposition party not to spread rumors and don't mislead the people of South India, and also not to misquote or misconstrue the good objective by spinning some other issues. Don't make some excuse to defeat the women reservation. That is my request.
The Tamil Nadu leaders are protesting. We have seen the photos coming.
Yeah.
There are black plans that they are raising.
The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister is playing politics and misguided by some people here. Nobody is against the women reservation, but they are going to use some excuse to defeat. That should not be done, because people are not fools. No? People understand. If you want to defeat the women reservation by using some pretext, it will be a most unfortunate and sad moment in the annals of Indian history. So the Tamil Nadu or any state should not worry. They should not misguide and mislead the people. That's my appeal. Everything will be cleared today in the Lok Sabha, and every state, every union territory of India need not worry. Everybody will be given fair chance, representation and opportunities, and there is nothing to worry about. Narendra Modi government is for everyone. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. There will be no injustice to any state, any region.
So why not using the current census that is going on and using it?
That will be informed in the House today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So that was Kiran Rijiju who says additional details, in terms of numbers will come up during the debate. At the moment, he's not in a position to share any more additional details. But, he took a jibe at the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. Kiran Rijiju said that the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Mr. M.K. Stalin, is misleading people. No states need to worry. And he's also saying that the opposition is looking for an excuse. And that is what the Chief Minister is doing. How do you respond?
This is what they said when they brought in demonetization. They said that the Prime Minister said that you flog me after 30 days or 3 months or whatever. And today we have accounted 99.9% of the money having come in. There was no counterfeit money. This is what their claim is. And the same way GST. Today it's become a Gabbar Singh tax where they don't have a clue about how misuse of GST. They had given tall promises for polls. Okay, I will ignore that. And they were talking about farm laws which will benefit every farmer, and where there were lakhs of farmers protesting. So they were always giving some nonsense. They will talk nonsense, and you know what? Agriculture is a state subject. If you were so sure that agriculture, this reform bills would work, why don't you introduce it in UP and Bihar and show that this is a fantastic bill where we will follow? No, where we will follow.
Okay.
We stay by example where we bring in noon meal scheme, the whole country follows.
Okay.
We bring in the morning breakfast scheme.
Okay.
In future, the whole world will follow.
All right.
And then we are talking about women where we empower them by giving those in poverty, poverty alleviation. Gujarat, 11.9%.
Okay.
Gujarat has been
a lot of numbers being thrown.
Let me finish this.
Coming your way, Mr. Roy. Okay.
The Gujarat, where the Prime Minister has been there for Chief Minister for several years, almost about 20 years. There he is celebrating being a leader for 25 years, where he has done nothing for the people in Gujarat.
Okay, all right. I believe my colleague Mohit is getting us a live reaction. We'll quickly cut to that.
तो उस समय आप दलगत भावना से ऊपर उठकर सभी माननीय प्रतिपक्ष के साथी सब मिलकर समर्थन करें, जिस तरह 2023 में भी आपने सपोर्ट किया था और बहुमत के साथ नारी शक्ति बंधन अधिनियम पारित हुआ था। और उस समय भी आपकी ये चिंता थी कि जितना जल्द हो सके ये लागू हो, हमारी महिलाओं को उनका हक, उनका अधिकार मिल सके। तो जब ये बारी है तो महिलाएं पूछ रही हैं कि आखिर जब हमारी बारी है तो फिर बार बार ये दल की बात क्यों आ रही है और आधी आबादी को आप कब तक दूर रखेंगे? ये महिलाएं पूछ रही हैं प्रतिपक्ष के साथियों के साथ कि आधी आबादी को आप उनके अधिकार से, उनके हक से कब तक वंचित रखेंगे। तो हम ये कहना चाहेंगे कि आज ये बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण क्षण है, बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण अवसर है और बिल्कुल ये हम सबको मिलकर पारित कराना चाहिए कि लगभग 3 दशक से ज्यादा समय से ये महिलाओं की अपेक्षाएं थी, ये मांगे थी और आज हर जगह हम ये देख रहे हैं कि महिलाएं बहुत ही सशक्त महिलाओं का नेतृत्व है और हर जगह वो आंगन से अंतरिक्ष तक हर जगह परचम लहरा रही है। तो निश्चित रूप से उसका अधिकार मिले, ये हम सबसे आग्रह करेंगे।
खास तौर पे अगर कांग्रेस पार्टी की बात करें, राहुल गांधी ने इस बारे में आया है, उन्होंने फिर इसको डिलिमिटेशन से लिंक किया है। साउथ में डीएमके जो है वो प्रोटेस्ट कर रही है, एमके स्टालिन काले झंडे लेके प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं। इस पूरी राजनीति को कैसे देखते हैं जो डिलिमिटेशन से लिंक कर रहे हैं? नॉर्थ साउथ का एक डिवाइड की बात जो है विपक्षी पार्टियां कर रही है और पार्लियामेंट में तो उन्होंने कह दिया है कि हम जो है इसके खिलाफ वोट करेंगे। मैम,
ये तो देखिए गलत परसेप्शन तैयार किया जा रहा है और कोई भी चीज को हमें लगता है कि पहले से कोई ऐसा एज्यूम करके हमें रखने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। अगर कमीशन बनेगा तो निश्चित रूप से डिलिमिटेशन कमेटी के माध्यम से भी वो हर चीज़ों की वो बारीकी से वो ध्यान भी रखेंगे, सभी दलों से वो मिल के उस पर बातें भी होंगी, चर्चा भी होंगी और ये एक आपसी सहमति के साथ आई है। चूंकि आपने 2023 में भी सर्वसम्मत से ये पारित कराया है तो निश्चित तौर पे ये हमें लगता है कि किसी का भी ना हक ना अधिकार छीना जाएगा, बल्कि इसमें जो महिलाओं का सर्वोत्तम हित है उसको ध्यान में रखते हुए ये कार्य हो रहा है। और हम कांग्रेस पार्टी से भी बहुत ही शिद्दत के साथ उनसे हम कहना चाहेंगे कि आपको भी 50 वर्षों तक आपको अवसर मिला है। आपने अगर इस चीज को नहीं किया तो अभी जरूर जो कमियां रह गई, जो एक मन में कसक रह गया था, तो अभी आप सपोर्ट करके उसको जरूर अब दूर करें। और महिलाएं जो 50% भागीदारी है, बरसों से ये अपनी मांग कर रही है, तो उनका अधिकार, उनका हक उन्हें मिले, वो राज्य के विधानसभा और लोकसभा में अपनी उपस्थिति दर्ज कराए। तो इसलिए ये नारियां आपसे कह रही हैं, देश की करोड़ों बहनें, महिलाएं आपसे कह रही है कि इसमें किसी तरह की राजनीति न करें और महिला आरक्षण विधेयक को पारित कराकर आप उन्हें लागू कराने का पर्याप्त।
एक आखिरी सवाल मैम, एक महिला के नाते, एक मिनिस्टर के नाते ही क्या अपील करेंगे विपक्ष से, एक छोटी अपील जो आप करना चाहेंगी? और क्योंकि डिस्कशन के लिए तैयार हैं, लेकिन ये बिल बहुत जरूरी है मैम, कब से लटका हुआ था, कई दशकों से लटका हुआ था, जरूरी है।
बिल्कुल, हम एक महिला होने के नाते हम सभी प्रतिपक्ष के साथियों से आग्रह करना चाहेंगे कि बार बार अलग अलग चीजों को मुद्दा उठाकर आप महिला आरक्षण विधेयक को आप नजरअंदाज न करें। आप उनका अधिकार, महिलाओं का हक उन्हें लेने दें, और जो आप सर्वसम्मत से लोकसभा के अंदर इस विधेयक को आप पारित कराएं, ताकि हमारी बहनें जो दशकों से संघर्षरत थी, इस दिन की उम्मीद में वो है कि आज हमें हमारा अधिकार मिलेगा और आने वाले समय में हम लोकसभा और राज्य के विधानसभाओं में अपना प्रतिनिधित्व वहाँ पे दे पाएंगे। हम अपना सीधे रूप से हम नीति निर्धारण में, नीति निर्णय में हम अपनी भूमिका निभा पाएंगे। तो ये सभी देश की करोड़ों महिलाएं प्रतिपक्ष के सभी साथियों से आग्रह करें।
So that was WCD Minister Annapurna Devi, who clearly says that we are ready for debate and discussion, and also she has appealed to the opposition parties that come.
Assurances coming in from the centre side saying that the states, southern states specifically, have nothing to worry, no reason to worry. Now, Mr. Siroya, adding to what Mr. Veeraswamy said, Mamata Banerjee says for a party like TMC, they already have 37% women parliamentarians in Lok Sabha. This is your attempt to break the country. Rahul Gandhi is calling it gerrymandering.
देखिए, राहुल गांधी की बात पर हम क्या टिप्पणी करें हैं?
तो लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन लोकसभा में,
लेकिन किस तरह के ऑपोजिशन चला रहे हैं वो आपको सबको मालूम है। किस आदमी से उनको बुला करके उन्होंने जो कल सलाह ली है स्ट्रेटेजी में, वो जो कांग्रेस को समाप्त करना चाह रहा था, उसमें मैं नहीं जाना चाहता। मेरा कहना है कि उदय सूर्य उनका डीएमके का चुनाव चिन्ह है, और सूर्यदेव के साक्ष्य में मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि किसी भी स्टेट के साथ अन्याय नहीं होगा, केरल के साथ भी नहीं होगा।
क्या कोई डिटेल्स रखेंगे आज पार्लियामेंट में, बताएंगे आपकी कैसे नंबर्स बढ़ेंगे, सो दैट इवन द ऑपोजिशन नोज दैट योर इंटेंट इज क्लियर?
डिटेल सरकार रखेगी, सबके सामने, संसद के सामने और देश के सामने रखेगी, तब आप सब देखेंगे, चर्चा करेंगे, उस बात पर चर्चा करेंगे। पहले ही चर्चा कर रहे हैं। इनको डर क्या है कि ये इसका विरोध करने के बाद में इंडिया अलायंस समाप्त हो जाएगा और कांग्रेस जो रीजनल पार्टी से भी नीचे आ जाएगी। मेरा इनसे कहना है, कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी के जो मेरे मित्रों से कहना है कि वेस्ट बंगाल में उनके साथ कैसे समाप्त हो गए, आप केरल में सावधान नहीं रहे तो केरल में भी आप समाप्त हो जाओगे, देश से समाप्त हो जाओगे। अब समय आ गया है।
Let's wait. Okay. Let's wait for the mandate. Let's wait for the mandate. But Mr. Sivadas. Okay, but Mr. Sivadasan, like I asked you earlier, also I want to go back to that question and what Mr. Siroya is saying. We'll give details so that the opposition is not worried. Will the debate end then? If you get a clear picture from the government side in terms of how it is going to be beneficial to all the states, will the debate end?
They have shared the draft of the bill. So that bill in front of us, in front of the people, they're clearly attacking the interest of the people, interest of the democracy. So they have linked the delimitation and the women's reservation. So why they are linking? The only thing is that their interest is that to capture the power, nothing more. Then if they are working such a manner, it will affect the democracy of the nation. So our request, the government should consider the interest of the people, and government will take the initiative for implement the women's reservation within the existing number of the parliament.
Why are you not doing it now? Within the 543 seats that we are. Okay, I just want to quickly introduce Mr. Janardhan Singh Sigriwal, BJP MP Lok Sabha, also joining us. Before I come to you, I want to quickly go across to Mr. Veeraswamy. There are leaders in the opposition as well who are saying, for example, Ms. Priyanka from the UBT. And she says that what stops the political parties? Why do you need a constitutional mandate? Why can't political parties on their own ensure increased representation for women? Because if you wait for such sort of consensus to build, there'll always be one or the other hurdle.
When we are talking about empowerment of women, we are saying that unless a government brings a bill, it will not happen. Whereas in Tamil Nadu, we have empowered women where we are a strongest women workforce in the country. Already we have about the whole country's 40% of the women's workforce is from Tamil Nadu. And we believe that it should be on merit that the elected representative should be coming. It should not be based on and we have women representatives in both the Legislative Assembly and the Parliament. And you are a woman who is a reporter, and you are performing extremely well and expressing solidarity by wearing black.
No, don't go by the color of my attire.
No,
I'm right here at the center.
Yeah. So what we are saying is that we have implemented that 50% reservation for local bodies when the government is bringing in
So if
something.
you and the centre have the same intention, which is women empowerment, which is to increase representation of women in parliament and assembly, then what's the objection?
See, the women reservation bill was already passed.
Yes.
It's already been passed, and
Yes.
we all expressed solidarity, and we said that we are going along with the government on that. We have no problems there. But when it comes to delimitation, the whole delimitation exercise is a nonsensical thing because it has been kept in abeyance for
Even
about
if it
50 years.
increases the share of southern states?
No, for the past 50 years, the government had decided that population representation is unfair, and from Indira Gandhi to Vajpayee, they decided where they said that 2026, the Delimitation Act says 2026, the census should be conducted, and post that, the delimitation should happen, where we are saying that it should be put off for another 25 years, because even going by the earlier census, we've already, as it is, we are about 23%
Okay.
of.
Before I take a rebuttal, very briefly, if you could tell me, despite assurances, I'm saying outside the parliament, and now I hope it will come inside the parliament as well during debate, despite that assurance on the floor of the house, and if additional details come to fore, projecting that the share of the southern states will also go up, is that also not acceptable?
You think that the share of the southern states will go up? I mean, do you really believe that? I mean, do you really believe?
I'm just telling you what the government is saying.
If they say that the southern states will have equal representation with the north, yes, we will. We will
But
say.
at the moment also there's not. At the moment also, look at the seats of Uttar Pradesh and the seats of Tamil Nadu. Isn't there a difference? Is there equal representation there?
We are only at 23% as of now, the southern states, where if you bring in by population, it will become 16 or 19%. But if they say, delimitation, you bring in, say that southern states will have 50% representation, we will happily accept that.
Okay, Mrs. Agrawal. If they get that assurance that the share is going to increase, they'll happily accept. But they do not trust your intention. वो आपके assurances में believe ही नहीं करते हैं.
बिलीव करना पड़ेगा. बिलीव न करने एक आदत हो जाता है. लोग देहात में कहते हैं कि जब आदत हो गया कि मानेंगे नहीं, चाहे जो भी हो जाए. तो ऐसे ही परिस्थिति आज माने जो महागठबंधन के लोग हैं, इंडिया गठबंधन के लोग हैं, उनका है. नरेंद्र मोदी जी हर क्षेत्र में, खास करके हमारे माताओं बहनों के लिए, चाहे बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ से आप वहां से शुरू करिए, चाहे आप लीजिए वहां से ड्रोन दीदियों के बात, लखपति दीदियों की बात लीजिए, चाहे हर घर शौचालय की बात लीजिए, चाहे करीब 10 करोड़ से ज्यादा, करीब 10.5 करोड़ से ज्यादा गैस में उज्ज्वला योजना पहुंचाने की बात लीजिए, उनको प्रधानमंत्री आवास की बात लीजिए, सब हमने मान लिए अपने बहनों के लिए, अपने माताओं के लिए हमने दिया है. और दे करके उनको समृद्ध करना चाहते हैं, हम उनको विकसित करना चाहते हैं.
ये जो डीलिमिटेशन बिल आप ला रहे हैं ना, आप मैनिपुलेट सीट्स करना चाहते हैं, क्योंकि अल्टीमेटली राहुल गांधी पुट आउट अ पोस्ट अबाउट इट से that ultimately this is his allegation that you will control the delimitation commission also.
आप एक बात बताएं हमको, इनको ये क्या परेशानी है कि हम डीलिमिटेशन ठीक है कि अगर विलम्ब हो रहा है उसके पहले हम आरक्षण देते हैं, तो क्या परेशानी है? डीलिमिटेशन एक दिन का काम नहीं है. लेकिन हम 29 में हम चाहते हैं कि 29 में सभी बहनों को उनका आरक्षण का सीट मिल जाए, उनको रिजर्वेशन मिल जाए. और डीलिमिटेशन में लेट की वजह से इसको भगाना चाहते, क्योंकि कभी इन्होंने किया नहीं, कांग्रेस ने कभी नहीं किया है. इतने दिनों के अपने कार्यकाल में कांग्रेस ने महिलाओं को ठगा है. कांग्रेस ने महिलाओं के साथ कांग्रेस की नहीं, पूरे देश की महिलाओं के सम्मान, समृद्धि, उनके विकास के लिए काम करने का काम किया नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने. और कांग्रेस ने ठगने का काम किया है. ये ठगपन नहीं चलने वाला है. अब विकास का ही काम होगा और हमारे बहनों और माताओं के लिए रिजर्वेशन.
That for our guest here on my left, and Mr. Sivasan, he is saying that it has become a habit of the opposition to not trust anything positive that the centre is trying to do, and this is only out of habit and an excuse that you want to oppose it.
They are trying to demolish the great federal structure of the nation. The federal structure, what is the meaning of the federal structure? The federal structure, each and every state have their own rights. They need to their own representation in legislative assemblies and the parliament in proper manner. So here the BJP is trying to demolish our great federal structure. So that is why they are trying to make these kind of delimitation. This is not for the nation, this is only for the part of RSS agenda. This RSS and BJP, they are not believing the constitution and the federal structure. So my request, our request, the women reservation is the necessity of the time. But BJP is not ready to implement women's reservation in a proper manner.
Also want to come in. Okay, 1 second. I just want to quickly tell our viewers about the list of speakers. It is out now. That's the breaking input we are getting for you. As far as BJP is concerned, this is the list of speakers. Kangana Ranaut, Tejashwi Surya will lead the debate. You'll have Aparajita Sarangi also represent the BJP during the session, during the debate. And it also includes names like I said already, Kangana, and then you have Aparajita Sarangi as well. That's the breaking input we are getting. In some time, we'll also get a list of speakers from the opposition. Okay, let me quickly go across to Mohit Bhatt. Mohit, we just got access to the list of speakers of the Bharatiya Janata Party. I believe Kangana Ranaut, Tejashwi Surya and Aparajita Sarangi would be representing the BJP during the debate.
Well, yes, in fact, Swati, now the list of the speakers from the Bharatiya Janata Party are Kangana Ranaut, Tejashwi Surya, Aparajita Sarangi, PP Chaudhary, former MOS Law, Raksha Khatse, and Bansuri Swaraj. So these are the five-brand speakers that have been chosen by the Bharatiya Janata Party to represent them in the debate on women reservation bill. And we know for a fact that how, as we broke earlier, that women would be given more opportunity to speak on this particular issue, because this issue is about women, and perhaps that is why we have the likes of Kangana, we have Aparajita Sarangi, Raksha Khatse, Bansuri Swaraj, and they are also from very, very different field other than being an MP. When it comes to Kangana Ranaut, she's a renowned actress. Aparajita Sarangi has been a former IAS officer. Raksha Khatse is Sports Minister. Bansuri Swaraj is also a lawyer. So they will speak about the representation of women in various fields too. It's not just about the parliament, that how exactly this will give chance for women to represent their constituency, to give them equal rights, and how exactly it will impact the mentality of the people.
We do stay on with us. Let me quickly go across to Pragya as well. Pragya, we've also accessed the floor strategy of the opposition. The Congress has decided to vote against all the three bills. Is the government prepared? What's the government's floor strategy, both outside and inside the parliament? The intent of the opposition is clear. We're not with you. We're not with you as far as this move is concerned.
Swati, government strategy is very clear. They will pressurize the opposition parties to vote for women reservation bill. If not, it is their loss. And in fact, there is a message that will go across in the country that they are against the women reservation. But they have spoken to each and every party separately, individually as well. What we are given to understand is that both parliamentary affairs minister, they have spoken to all parties, and in fact, they're very sure that women reservation bill is scheduled, amendments in that is scheduled to be passed. They believe that this is going to be passed. This is the sentiment in the government right now. And apart from that, there are a list of speakers that the government has also decided. Very, vocal speakers. Women have been given priority and preferences as well. Kangana, for that matter, Aparajita, Raksha Khatse. But there are then male speakers as well. PP Chaudhary is there. Shashank Mani Tripathi. They all are well.
To the law minister, Mr. Arjun Ram Meghwal. Let's quickly tell our viewers what was that conversation like. We'll cut to that a little later. Mr. Siroya wanted to come in, and then a quick rebuttal from Mr. Veeraswamy. Go ahead.
पहले तो मैं हमारे कलानिधि जो हैं डीएमके के, उनका मैं समर्थन करना चाहूंगा कि बिल पास हो चुका था लेकिन इम्प्लीमेंट नहीं किया, क्योंकि उनको पता है कि मोदी जी हैं तो मुमकिन है, इसलिए बिल पास भी होगा और इम्प्लीमेंट भी होगा। और जहां तक हमारे कम्युनिस्ट मित्र बात कर रहे थे केरल से, फेडरल स्ट्रक्चर की बात कर रहे थे, मैं उनको याद दिलाना चाहूंगा कर्नाटक को, सॉरी केरल को और तमिलनाडु दोनों को, कि कैसे उनकी सरकार ने मल्टीपल टाइम गिराई गई। और सबसे पहली सरकार अगर किसी ने गिराई है तो केरल की सरकार गिराई गई है। तो फेडरल की बात वो कर रहे हैं जो इसके भुक्तभोगी हैं। मैं विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं कि आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने एक भी बार धारा 356 का इम्प्लीमेंटेशन नहीं किया है और आगे भी नहीं करें। और मैं इसलिए विश्वास दिलाना चाहता हूं कि आप सरकार पर भरोसा करें।
ऑपोजिशन कह रहा है कि जो एग्जिस्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर है 543 सीट्स है, आप उसमें ही कर दीजिए। अगर 2024 में लॉ पास हो गया था तो आपने अभी तक क्यों नहीं किया?
देखिए उसका जवाब तो सरकार देगी। मैं इनको इतना कहना चाहता हूं, अब जब इम्प्लीमेंट कर रहे हैं तो आप ये रोना पीटना बंद करें और सरकार पर भरोसा करें। और इंडिया अलायंस जो है, मैं बता रहा हूँ मेरे साथियों को, दोनों साथियों को, कि इंडिया अलायंस समाप्त हो जाएगा और कांग्रेस जो देश की राजनीति की विष कन्या बन चुका है, ये जैसे
वापस लाते हैं डिबेट। ठीक है, लेट्स ब्रिंग द फोकस बैक। ओके, नाउ दैट वी आर डूइंग इट, यू वांटेड इट टू हैपन इन 2024, दे आर सेइंग नाउ दैट वी आर डूइंग इट, व्हाई आर यू अपोजिंग?
No, delimitation is something where we have opposed it right from the beginning, where even during Indira Gandhi and Vajpayee were wise enough to understand that population control was the need of the hour at that point in time, and they thought that the states which have performed should not be punished. So now you are coming and saying that you will punish states which have performed excellently, and you are going to reward the states which are bad, where southern states have a total fertility ratio of less than the 2.1 required for maintenance of the population, where we have 1.6, 1.4, and Bihar and UP you have 2.3 or 3.7, and now you want to say that you are going to increase more representation.
What is going to be the political message? Tell me. End of the day, if it doesn't go through, what's the message?
The political message is we are talking about a party which garlanded and fed sweets to 9 rapists who did atrocious things, where they raped a woman and then killed the child, and they got them prematurely released, where the Supreme Court had to intervene to put them back again into jail. And this is the kind of people where they are talking about women's respect and
You have no right. He says you have no right to talk about women's empowerment. He's citing the incidents that have taken place. The felicitation of those who are responsible. In the Bilkis Bano case, उनको आपने सम्मान किया, अब आप women empowerment की बात कैसे कर सकते हैं? आपको अधिकार नहीं है. That's what he's saying.
नहीं, अधिकार तो हमारा है पहले से भी, और पहले से अधिकार के अनुसार हम कर रहे हैं उस काम को. बिल जहां तक बात है, बिल हमने पहले ही चाहते थे कि हमें बजट सत्र में बिल को पास कराएं, लेकिन यह खाली इंडिया गठबंधन की वजह से उसको बिल के लिए हमें स्पेशल सत्र बुलाना पड़ा है. यह सीधे दिखता है कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी के मन में जो भाव है, जो महिलाओं के प्रति श्रद्धा सम्मान है, उसका जागता उदाहरण है.
The India Alliance that they've had to call this special session to ensure that it is enabled. ठीक है, जी.
कंप्लीट करने का काम.
ठीक है. Quick rebuttal before I go across to the Law Minister's reaction.
BJP-led government, their idea to reduce the number of the session of parliament.
Okay.
So that is their idea.
Okay.
So the opposition, entire opposition, we are continuously raising the issue, and we are requesting the government to conduct the parliament session proper manner and conduct the proper discussion and debate. Parliament is the venue of the discussion and debate. Here, this BJP, what they are doing now, they are trying to make the punishment to the states which are created due to human resource development. Kerala, Tamil Nadu, other states. So, our request, this HR development, the human resource development should not be treated as a negative
देश में हर महिलाओं के सम्मान की बात है, पूरा देश के समृद्धि और विकास की बात है. तो अलग नहीं है बीजेपी तमिलनाडु, आंध्र और केरल को और फिर बंगाल को अलग नहीं देखते हैं, एक देखते हैं, एक समान.
Provide the time for me.
Okay. One second.
The states which life expectancy, why the states like Kerala increase? Because of the policy,
all right.
Because of the population control.
Okay.
So you should not punish people because of the
the population control measures. One second. That the population control measures that were taken by the southern part of our country, if you implement this, if delimitation bill is passed through, it will be a punishment for them. Punishment for ensuring that population control measures are successful. Let's quickly listen to what the Law Minister said earlier.
के लिए क्या कहना चाहेंगे? विपक्ष के साथियों को भी एक बड़ा टेस्ट है.
सब साथ हैं, क्योंकि ये नारी शक्ति वंदन अधिनियम जो 2023 में पास हुआ था, उसको लागू करने का समय आ गया है, इसलिए सबको साथ आना चाहिए इसमें.
पर विपक्ष डिलिमिटेशन का पेच लगा रहा है, इसमें कह रहा है कि सदन स्टेट्स को भी नुकसान होगा, डिलिमिटेशन नहीं करना चाहिए.
सब चीजें हम हाउस में बताएंगे, लेकिन किसी को नुकसान नहीं होगा.
आज बड़ा दिन है मातृशक्ति के लिए, क्या कहना चाहेंगे? विपक्ष के साथियों को भी एक बड़ा टेस्ट है.
सब साथ हैं, क्योंकि ये नारी शक्ति वंदन अधिनियम जो 2023 में पास हुआ था, उसको लागू करने का समय.
So more assurances, like I said, coming in from the center, saying there's nothing to worry about, especially for the southern states where there is a rising concern that if the delimitation bill goes through, what will happen is, as per them, the share of the opposition, especially those ruled by opposition parties in the southern part of India, that share will come down. The center says that the proportion, the percentage that was agreed upon in 1971, absolutely, but the opposition is not impressed with that analysis, that assurance coming in. We also spoke to Basuri Swaraj. Let's listen to what she had to say about the allegations coming in from the opposition on the government's intent.
Joining me right now is BJP's member of parliament, Ms. Basuri Swaraj. Ma'am, you are calling it a historic movement. On the other side, opposition is calling it a black that document saying that this is a conspiracy being hatched by the BJP to favor their own party in the upcoming years for the elections, and that is the only reason why delimitation is being brought in with the women's reservation.
It is a historic moment today. It is a day of promise fulfillment, and I would request every political party that we need to rise above petty politics and get behind this transformative reform and ensure that it is passed unanimously. As far as delimitation is concerned, it is not a conspiracy of the Bharatiya Janata Party. It's a constitutional mechanism which is a necessity of the constitution, and in order to have true representation, in order to bring the women reservation bill implemented effectively, it is necessary that the number of seats has increased, and that is only possible once delimitation happens. And therefore I will request every political party, especially the opposition, to stop making excuses and rally behind this transformative reform.
And they are also demanding that on the existing seat this reservation should be given, and they are also saying that sub quota for the SC, ST and OBC should also be given by the government.
The existing number of seats is based on the census of 1971, when the population of the country was only 51.8 crores. Today we are 3 times that. We are a nation of 140 crore. We don't want women reservation to be merely a lip service, and that is why increase in seats is necessary for effective implementation.
Thank you. So that was Ms. Masuri Soyal speaking in Times.
So in about 15 minutes from now, the special session will begin, where the 3 important bills are going to be tabled that will eventually enable the women's reservation law, which was passed in 2023, to be operationalized. Opposition has already declared their strategy. They are going to fight against this. Discrimination is what they are calling. A very quick break on the broadcast. We're getting you all the live updates on the special session on Times Now. Stay on with us.